It's the fact that this is my third time trying to film this video because I just don't know how to like say things properly. If you read the title by this video, I unenrolled from SCAD. Also, don't mind my outfit. It's just kind of like blending in with the wall and stuff. Just don't mind the things that are like, yeah. But anyways, let's just kind of get into the video. I kind of just want to talk about it, make it short and simple, even though we know that I am chatty Cathy and it might be a little bit longer, but I promise I'll try my best to make it short and to the point. So if you saw by the title, I unenrolled from SCAD. Really quickly, before I kind of dive into that, I do not like to say the word dropping out or I dropped out from SCAD because that is not something I did. I unenrolled and I did the process of unenrolling. I have the option of going back to SCAD. I don't like the negative connotation and word and vibes and everything. The phrase, like, she dropped out of school, I don't like that. And I don't want to say that because that's not necessarily what I did. So I just kind of wanted to say that. I don't like using that terminology, and I would appreciate if others didn't use it as well towards me about my situation. I unenrolled. Sorry, I just kind of wanted to say that. Anyways, so why'd you leave like one of the best arts school? Like, isn't singing and like acting like what you wanted to do since you were 5? It was, and it might still be, but as of right now, I have no idea what I want to do. A couple weeks before the winter quarter started, which it started on January 8th, I was having a lot of really bad mental health days. And if you watch my channel or know me at all, I do struggle with mental illness, and recently it has kind of gotten a little bit more heightened because I have just been having the feeling and the thoughts and doubt of, I don't know if this is exactly what I want to do. Do I actually want to do this for the rest of my life? Do I want to do this and go and commit myself into this industry? I don't know. But we're so young. I'm literally 20 years old. I'm 20 years old. I'm literally only 20. It is okay for me to not know exactly what I want to do. But the reason I left SCAD is, if you didn't know, and if you don't really know much about SCAD, it is such an expensive school. I am very fortunate, though, that I did have scholarships as well as my parents to help support me go to SCAD and be able to attend it. But when I was having these doubts, I just knew that I shouldn't be having these type of doubts at this type of school, in the sense of, if I don't know what I want to do and my parents are spending X, Y, and Z at this school that is really, really fucking expensive, it's a lot. And I didn't think it would be fair for me to continue to go on if I don't know what I want to do, or if I'm not completely exactly sure. Like I said in the beginning, if I do think that this is something I want to do and this is just a break for me mentally, I can go back if I want to, and I will, if that is the case. But as of right now, I don't really see myself going back to SCAD. So why am I having doubts? Good question. Since I was little, I always wanted to be a singer and actress. That was just my thing. I've always wanted to do that. I wanted to be a singer and actress since I was like 3, literally. And I've always said that I wanted to be like Hannah Montana and have the best of both worlds and be a singer, actress. You know, nobody's perfect, but I was determined to get there and be perfect. And that's kind of where everything started to get a little bit harder. My whole life, I've always had this pressure on me that I never didn't have this pressure until now, which is so relieving. But I've always had this pressure that you have to pursue this because you are so good and it's going to take you so far. But when someone tells you that, or when so many people tell you that, like, it gets really exciting and you want to do it. But then when you keep doing something that you love so much, you get to a point where you burn out. And that's what happened to me in high school. After I graduated, I was a little burnt out with singing, but I still wanted to do it because it was fun and exciting. And I love to sing. I still do. I'm never not going to love to sing. But it's so much pressure because it feels like you have to enter this field because everyone's saying, oh, this is what you're good at. This is what you should do. But I don't know what I want now. We can still work and provide for ourselves and, and not stay stagnant, but we can still also not know what we want to do. There are times that there's going to be doubts, and it's hard, and it sucks, but that's what kind of kept getting to me. I knew that I should unenroll because why are my parents going to pay X, Y, and Z if I'm not even sure I really want this, that I really want to do this, that I want to pursue this now, right now. I now understand that many people don't know exactly what they want to do. Some people only figure it out when they're 40 or when they're 30 or even later, and then they're finally happy. I mean, they're happy still before, but just because they don't know what they want to do doesn't mean that they weren't happy or weren't being fulfilled by something else. The performing arts industry is a very competitive and tight-knit industry. It is filled with perfectionists like myself. With my craftsmanship with singing, I make sure that I am perfect. I make sure I hit every single note the right way, and if I don't, I will redo it 50,000 times, and I will get mad at myself for it. And some people might not even notice that I missed or I didn't hit that note right. If I notice it, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, that was the worst take I've ever done. I don't want it. Throw it away. That was a terrible video. Like, I can't. Let me redo it. I was doing this to myself since freshman year of high school. Once I started competing with singing and doing competitions and doing all-state and things like that. With acting, I didn't have that much experience, mainly because I did musical theater in middle school, but then in high school, I went to an arts high school and you had to audition for the department you wanted. I didn't get into musical theater, however, I did get into chorus, and so for the next 3 years of my life, I only did chorus. And it was a lot. I was singing every single day. And we had to have at least 3 classes at the art school. So all 3 of those classes, I was singing every single period, every single time. It was so much. And I remember when we even got to like block schedule because of COVID, and I literally had 3 classes back to back to back where we were singing for 7 hours, which is crazy and so much. And so of course, naturally, I started to slowly burn out. With acting, I got really excited with it. I always wanted to do acting, I just never really put myself out there and did it. So with SCAD, I saw a great opportunity to pursue performing arts, so where I could do acting and singing. As I was doing the acting classes, I quickly saw how perfect you kind of be and how kind of scary the industry is. It's equally as scary for singers, but it's such a scary and competitive area. Like, it's really competitive. You have to be perfect. There were a lot of professors who said, and being honest, if you're not best of the best, you're not gonna make it. And when I heard that for the first time, which was last quarter, I felt a little weird about it because I was like, damn. I mean, at least they're honest, but it's like, damn. You also get told that you're going to be against like 500, 1,000 different people who are trying out for the same role that you are, and you might just not be the look, and people just might not want to hire you. They might not like what you look like. They may not like how you do it. Not only is it so picky like that when it comes to auditioning and getting a call back and finding the right actor or actress, whatever that you want in your movie, film, short film, commercial, whatever. Every director or every casting director is going to have their different opinion and different view on how they want this character to be played, which you see in a bunch of musicals and different adaptations that are being done, or even in movies and things like that. The different adaptations, you see the different view and take that they do on it. And with that, they obviously have a type of person, a specific type of person that they want. Most of the time, if they have enough budget, they can just kind of ask who they want. Let's say Margot Robbie for Barbie. She's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's a great actress. Would you like to be Barbie? And then no one auditions for it. Now, I'm not saying that's everything. That's with everything. I was just trying to think more realistically for myself. I feel like I wasn't putting in as much effort as everybody else. I kind of was just like, I don't know. I think I could have tried harder, for sure, to really see if acting was my niche. But it was hard to do that because being in an industry where you really have to be the best of the best and you have to be perfect, it gets really tiring, especially when I've been trying to do that my whole life and now I have to do it for the rest of my life. I don't know if I'm committed or prepared to do such a thing. And then I started having doubts. I was like, do I want this career? Do I want to be a part of something that makes me feel so anxious? And if you know me, or if you've seen my videos, I always talk about this. I'm really open, I'm really open about mental health. I do suffer from mental illness. Do I let it stop me from doing things? No. However, if something is starting to make me not feel good about myself, make me go back to old habits, and make me feel depressed and have bad thoughts and go back into those cycles, I don't want to continue that because I've worked so hard on myself. Why am I going to go down a path that's just going to make me fall off the wagon? And I know so many people are going to have different opinions on, wow, that was stupid. You really just left because mental health, or wow, you left just because you didn't know what you were doing. I bet if you kept going, you would have known. But we don't actually know that for sure. Sorry. I didn't mean to get defensive, but like, I just know people are going to be like, girl, you didn't even try enough. Could be true, but it is my decision at the end of the day. If I don't think I want to do something and I don't think that it's going to benefit me, I'm not going to indulge in it, which is completely and 100% fair. Sorry, my camera overheated. I might be doing this video for a very long time. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just like trying to like find the right words to say things, but I'm nervous. I don't want to get judged or have people not like me, but I know that comes with life. Like, not everyone's gonna love you, like in the industry. But I don't know. I just don't want people to say rude things about something that I thought a lot about and I put a lot of my time into it. So yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna say who told me this, but I was telling someone how I got a call back and I was updating them, and I got a call back, and then the person who was casting ended up going in a different direction and going with the other girl. And when I told that person, they were like, well, you have to do better next time. You just have to be the best of the best. And I think part of me was just kind of angry at that response, because when I tried really hard to get a call back, to get a freaking call back, like, that's awesome. Like, that's pretty good. But then to have that diminished by, oh, you weren't trying hard enough, you need to be better next time. I know and I understand that tough love is a thing, but that is not how I go. And I get it. We can't just be like, come on, Gabby, you can do this. Let's go like this. Let's do this. But to say, like, you just need to do better next time, the other girl was clearly better than you. Come on now. We don't have to do that. We don't have to say those things. That's just mean. Just be like, it's okay. Go get him next time. You know? Anyways, the biggest reason why I unenrolled was I've been having doubts. I don't really know what I want to do with my career yet. Then there are little reasons, One of them, which I'm quite nervous to say because I feel like people are gonna see this video, I didn't feel like I fit in at SCAD at all, actually. Which I know is a really stupid thing to say, to be like, you didn't think you fit in, but you're going to this amazing school that can give you a bunch of opportunities. Yes, however, the answer to that is, it's not just because I didn't fit in, it's because I didn't know I don't know what I want to do with my life yet. I'm only 20. But yes, a little bit of the reason was I didn't fit in. I didn't feel like I fit in. I felt like I was in the wrong place. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel good about myself. There were multiple times where I was crying because I didn't have that. I didn't have this group that everyone at SCAD seems to have, where they just have this group of friends and they go out every night and they have a great time. I sort of had that when I first started, but somehow, for some reason, it's life, it's the universe, you know, we fell apart, I guess, you know, like, things fall apart, and that's fine. But after that kind of incident, I guess, I was just never able to fit in or like try to put myself in different groups. Like I would try to, but it wouldn't work. Either I just didn't click with them or they didn't click with me. And that's fine, you know, like I think all my life, because I lived in such a small town, it was just kind of easy to make friends because like, you know this person, you know that person, you know, it's a little bit easier. But now that you're at SCAD, there's thousands of other people and it's just harder to find a group. It really is. And I also feel like I didn't fit in for other reasons that I don't really want to go into. But I didn't feel like I fit in. I don't have that many SCAD friends. Like I didn't make that many SCAD friends because I don't think when people look at me, they're like, she's a SCAD girl. I feel like there's a certain look and you have to act the part, play the part to be a SCAD student, and I just wasn't there. I was quite far away from being a SCAD student, but that's just what I felt internally. And I honestly cried multiple times. Like yesterday. I didn't cry yesterday, but I was upset yesterday because I do work, by the way. I do work. I got a job. I don't work at Target anymore, but I do have a job. Like, I didn't just like unenroll and not do anything. Like I do have a job. I'm trying to do full time, and I'm trying to do other things so I can know what I want to do. But I should have said that in the beginning. I have a job. I didn't just like leave. And I'm still in Savannah, by the way, because I do not intend on going back to Florida. I can't. Sorry, no. I cried multiple times because I thought I had found people that I could relate with, or I thought we were doing really well, and then one day, you know, sometimes that things just change, and I've never been good at change, so I did cry a lot. And then what I was trying to say was last night, like I was working, I work at a restaurant, and I saw this group of like teenagers, or probably like early 20s, and they were like the cutest little group. Like they were so, like I even complimented them. I was like, oh my god, you guys have the best vibes. Like they were vibing, they were having their sushi, they were slaying. And I told them that too. I was like, oh my god, you guys seem like such a fun group to be around. And I was just like, damn, what is wrong with me? Like there has to be something wrong with me. And that's another thing. To the point where I'm feeling that there's something wrong with me is where I kind of got to be like, okay, is this school benefiting me actually in wholeness? In wholeness? Y'all, what the fuck? I meant like overall. Because yes, you go to school to get that degree, and there's so many great opportunities with SCAD. Don't even get me started. It really is a good school, and if you want to go and you're like watching this and you somehow came upon this video, you should totally apply. It is a good school. It just wasn't a match for me, and that's okay. That's totally fine. Not everything is going to be a perfect 100% match. Sometimes you think it will be because from the outside you're like, oh my god, that's literally me. Like singing out of nowhere and like dancing and like referencing things. That's so me. And then you get in there and you're like, oh my god, this is not me. We don't mesh. And that's okay. But if you're watching this video and you're applying to SCAD, please do. It is a really good school, and you're gonna get many great opportunities from it while you're in it and after you graduate, because they do offer that. So don't get discouraged. It just wasn't for me. I don't know. There are like other things into me not fitting in that I'm not going to talk about because I just personally don't want to, and I don't have to if I don't want to. But it kind of goes a little bit deeper, but I don't need to really break that barrier. I have been crying like so much because I was like, what the fuck? Like, what am I doing wrong? Is there something wrong with me? And like, when you get to that point, but you're at such an amazing school, that's when you really start to think, you're like, okay, is this what I want to do? Is this making me happy? And at the end of the day, it wasn't. It wasn't making me happy. I wasn't happy. And multiple people around me, now that I have unenrolled, have said that they've already seen my mood and energy change for the better since I've unenrolled. And it makes me really happy because I have noticed that too. But it's like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders, if I'm being completely honest. And maybe, you know, I sound totally dramatic, but that's how I feel. And feelings are valid. I got to the point where I was just so low. I was so low. I hadn't been that low in a few years. And that's when you know something's wrong. And so I did what I had to do and what I thought was best for me, and I unenrolled. And you might be asking, what are you gonna do now? Great question. I am going to be working full-time. I work at a restaurant. I'm a server, well, service assistant, but soon to be server. Soon to be a server. I don't know if it cut off right before I said that, but I'm soon to be a server, which is exciting, more money. But I'll be working full-time, which I've been doing. I'm also committing myself more towards YouTube. I really like content creation, and I really do like YouTube. It's something I've always loved, so I do want to focus on that a lot too. But I'm also going to look into maybe trade school, see if there's something that I kind of fit in and just do something that's just 6 months, something that I can always fall back on if something does fail, which I don't think it will, because I know the universe has my back and I know things happen for a reason. I've been seeing angel numbers like crazy, and I've been seeing the number, specifically number 27, everywhere, and that is my number. Like, I want to get that number tattooed on me, even though people are gonna be like, what the fuck, like, what does 27 mean? And I'm gonna be like, don't worry about it. Anyways, I'm gonna be doing that. Something that I've also been doing is I've been looking into places for me to sing, like lounges, just because I do still really like singing, and it does bring me a lot of endorphin, dopamine, serotonin, etc. So I have been looking at places for me to sing at, and I've emailed places, and I'm hoping that I do get to perform at this one place that I emailed. I'm still checking my email every day. It is the weekend, so I don't know if they'll like answer me on the weekend, but I am really excited because hopefully that falls through, because that would be pretty cool. That would be like my first gig, you know. But yeah, I am doing things. I'm not like, I didn't unenroll and be like, not doing anything, not gonna do anything with my life, I'm done. Like, I'm here. I'm still in Savannah. I don't plan on going back to Florida, like I said. And yeah, I hope this video explained things. I kind of rambled, and I had to remake this video like 2 times because I don't know how to explain things, and I am definitely a people pleaser in some aspects, and so like part of me is like, I don't want people to get mad at me or think that I'm like being ungrateful or something. So yeah, please know I am not being ungrateful. I'm grateful for my time at SCAD because it taught me things. It taught me how to be more independent. It taught me to stand up for myself, which is something that I really needed to do. It taught me how to say no. I'm still not the best at saying no, but I'm getting there. Lastly, I do just want to say, if you are applying for SCAD and you want to go to SCAD and somehow, once again, I know I already said this, but if you somehow like got to this video, if it is something you really enjoy, if you're going there for something you really enjoy, go for it. SCAD is such a good school. It really is a good school. It is hella expensive, and you might do some courses that you don't want to do, but once you pass those courses and you do your major classes, it's going to feel great. And it is a really good school with many, many great opportunities all the time, during your time and after at SCAD, until death. Till death do us part, whatever, like you're married to SCAD. It is a good school. Go for it. Just because it wasn't a perfect fit for me doesn't mean it's not going to be a good fit for you. But yeah, I just wanted to put this video out there because I feel like it would be awkward if I just kind of like went on with my YouTube videos and didn't acknowledge that I didn't want people to be like, yo, do you not go to school? Like, are you not at SCAD? Because, I don't know, that's awkward. If you are unhappy at where you are and you don't know what you want to do, it is completely fine to unenroll and to take a step back and take time for yourself and see what you want to do. That is fine. I did want to say that in this video because if someone is going through something like how I went through, which I know there are people out there who are going through similar situations, not probably just at SCAD, but at different schools, it is okay to not know where you need to be. It is totally fine. And I already made a video like that, but it is so okay to not know what you want to do. And everything is going to work out. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want, you should like and subscribe. I'm almost at 400 subscribers, which is like pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I've been really excited. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. And yeah, bye. Hi, the video is not over. I did want to say that I did find some very cool and inspiring people at SCAD. I feel like this video kind of sounded negative in the sense of like I didn't find anyone. Like I do have close friends still from SCAD that I talk to on a regular basis, and they're amazing. So I do want to say that like I do have good friends from SCAD that like I feel like I talked about that too much in the video. All I was trying to say was I didn't feel like I fit in, but I do have a couple of friends from SCAD, so I do just want to acknowledge that and say that.